everybody. Mrs. Ulickney here to help you with page 64 and counting on, adding on to subtract. So let's look at number 5. It says 100 minus 78. Explain how you can start with 78 and add on to solve. Well, I'm going to first start with my number line. So we are starting with 78 and we are counting on to 100. Okay? If we just show our work, I am fine with that instead of explaining, because if you show your work, I know how you got to it. So how could we count on from 78 to 100 to figure out the difference to 100 minus 78? Well, let's think. What's the next 10 that comes after 78? Or in the 70s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So how do we get from 78 to 80? 78, 79, 80. We're going to add 2. Then, how do we get from 80 to 100? Let's count by tens. 80, 90, 100. 2 tens gives us 20. Okay? Now we're going to add our humps. What's 20 plus 2? That equals 22. So the difference is 100 minus 78 equals a difference of 22. Okay, so we first did 78 plus 2 equals 80. Okay, and then we did 80 plus 20 equals 100. Okay, and then we added our humps. 20 plus 2 equals 22, which is our difference. Okay? Let's look at number 6. 200 minus 96. Explain how you can start with 96 and add on to solve. Well, let's draw our number line. We are going to start with 96. And we're going to count on till we get to 200. So what is the next 100 after 96? I would say 100. 96 plus what gives us 100? 97, 98, 99, 100 plus 4. Okay. Then, how do we go from 100 to 200? We would add 100, okay? Then our last step is to add our humps. What's 100 plus 4? 104, so 200 minus 96 gives us a difference of 104. So we started off with 96 plus 4 gives us 100, okay? Then 100 plus 100 equals 200. Then we add our humps right here. 100 plus 4 equals 104, which is our difference. Okay? Let's look at number 7. It has 305 minus 212. Explain how you can start with 212 and add on to solve. So we're starting at 212. We're going to end up at 305. So I would probably ask myself, what is the next 10 that comes after 212? Think about the next 10. 10 or 20? 20, so 220. How many times do you have to count on from 212 to get to 220? 213, 214, 215, 216, 217, 218, 219, 220. You have to count on 8 times. Then I would say, what's the next 100 after 220? 300. So how do we get from 220 to 300? Or think about, how do you get from 20 to 30? It would be 80 plus 80. Then how do you get from 300 to 305? That's easy, plus 5. Then we're going to add our humps, 80 plus 8 plus 5. And what do we get? We get 93. So our difference is 93. So we started off by 212 plus 8, which gave us 220. Then we did 220 plus 80, which gave us 300. Then 300 plus 5, which gave us 305. And then we added up our humps. If you did 8 plus 80 plus 5, 8 plus 0 plus 5 is 13. Carry the 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. Our difference is 93. And the last one, explain how you can start with 196 and add on to solve. Let's draw our number line again. We're starting at 196 and counting on to 303. I would probably ask myself, what's the next 100 that comes after 196? 200. How do you go from 196 to 200? 197, 198, 199, 200. You would add 4. Then I would ask myself, how do I go from 200 to 300? You would add 100. Then how would I go from 300 to 3? Plus 3. Then I would add my humps, 100 plus 3 plus 4, and what does that give us? 107 as my difference. Here's our explanation. We started off with 196 plus 4, which gave us 200. Then we did 200 plus 100, which gave us 300. And then we did 300 plus 3, which gave us 303. And then we add our humps. 100 plus 4 plus 3 gives us our difference of 107. I hope this helped you complete your worksheet 64 at home. Okay, make sure to bring it back to school with you the next time I see you. Bye.